What is going on, guys? Jack here, and welcome to day 9 of the Football Manager Advent Calendar Challenge. We are back again. It's day 9. If you missed yesterday's episode, we had to play the reverse Christmas tree. It was interesting. People seem to think I punished myself too much yesterday. I probably did. In hindsight, I probably did. Today, hopefully, we can get a good player. Of course, yesterday we did get an exceptional player as well. And, well, shall we draw a name from the box of destiny? Hand is empty. No magic tricks going on here. There's loads. Books. They're all in there. Trust me. I had someone in the comments, you know, conspiracy theory, tinfoil hat. There are no names in the box. Right, the letter today is O. Or at least I hope it's O, because it can't be any other letter. It just looks weird, doesn't it, having a circle? It is the letter O. We need to give the wheel a whirl. We've been pretty fortunate with the wheel so far. Hopefully it can be good to us again. And yeah, let's get that away. Let's get that away. Not the intro that I'd normally do going into it. I don't know what I was thinking. I couldn't be a game show host, could I? But yeah, the wheel, it's here. I lean up, I show my hands and kind of point in the general direction of it. Should we give it a whirl? Let's see what we get today. Yesterday it was £50 million. What is the wheel going to give us today? Give us something big. £5 million. That's okay. The letter O, 5 million. It could have been significantly worse. I feel like we can work a little bit with that. Let's go in Football Manager. Let's see who we can find. This should be an interesting one. I feel like there's probably someone out there who's going to be pretty useful for us. Okay guys, so here we are. Welcome back to Santa Claus FC. Just before I get into this episode any further, just to kind of point out the obvious, this episode is up 4 hours later than I've been previously putting up this series. I'm just kind of experimenting with upload times to see if people, you know, would watch it more frequently if it was a little bit later on in the day. There will also be a Hereford episode up kind of fairly late this evening for you guys in the UK. So hopefully you guys keep an eye out for that. Yeah, we are here. Griezmann, our new key player. We signed him yesterday. We've got a big game actually today against, I guess this is Ilves. They have the best badge I've ever seen. Is it like, what is that? Does their nickname give us any clues? No it doesn't. Tupskovat. Literally don't know what I've just said. Either way, whatever this thing is in their badge, someone let me know. If you don't know what it is, just leave a guess. I think it might be a Lynx, but I don't know. Shall we get into actually picking a player? That's what we're here for, Jack. We were actually on a good little run of form up until yesterday, and it's kind of come screeching to a halt. But yes, the letter we have is obviously O. The amount of money we have is £5 million, which is actually some quite good money. And here are the options that we have. So, we do need a right back, I think. I kind of look at our team right now. This is kind of us tactically. You may notice that Xhaka isn't playing today. That's because he's suspended. But he'd normally slot in, obviously, at centre mid on defend. The one position we've not really replaced yet is right back. So that might be where I look to sort out a player today. I did notice Anoma on the list of players. Well, not Anoma, sorry, Anua. We've got a few other players, though, like Anazi, who plays for Trabzonspor. He's a pretty good kind of centre mid, if we're being honest. He's not bad. That's a conundrum. Because I do have a fairly good midfield. The question is, like, do I want to improve the right back position? And if I do, we haven't got a whole lot of choices. But I feel like that's perhaps the logical thing to do. Maybe that's just me. Here we got Joey O'Brien. Not a terrible right back, actually. Some people have had a go at me, actually, for apparently I don't ponder our options for long enough in this series. And my concern is if I start spending too long looking through all these players, I can just find the best player and pick them. He's not bad, O'Brien, but I quite like the look of Anoma. I have some good experiences with Anoma as well. Or not Anoma, Anua. We'll get there eventually. Anoma, a completely different player. But no, Anua, he's been at QPR for a number of years. He's actually, I quite rate him as a player. I don't think he's that bad. I think we might bring him in. He's got bags of pace. And I think he's going to add that to our team. And, of course, the fact he can play right back is kind of a nice little bonus because we do need players who can play right back. So we are going to pick up Nadum Anua. It's Anua Jack. Come on. We'll get there eventually. So he's actually going to come in at right back today, which is nice. Although he's ineligible to play because he's already played a match today. Who did QPR put? Did they have a lunchtime kickoff? Yes, they did. What are the odds on them having a lunchtime kickoff to open the championship season? You may notice I draft my players at 1 in the afternoon because then players can't get cup tied. So I will keep Anua because I've obviously brought him in, but he isn't going to be able to play today, so he will make his appearance tomorrow. So, Siepi, you're back in, I'm afraid, mate. You don't get a chance. That's a little bit annoying with Anuis. We can't play our new man today. And this is actually quite a big game where I would have quite liked a new right back. We have got to give Griezmann a nickname. And the nickname that people voted for the most in the chat on yesterday's episode was the Freezeman. So that is now his name, Antoine Freezeman. Kind of works, I can see. There was Snowman suggested, but Freezeman, I think it works better. So we're going to go with that. So our team for today's game doesn't have a newer in it, unfortunately. So at right back, we go with Siepi, Yanni Letsky and Liam Jinglebell at centre-back. Saint Nick, of course, the bane of our existence, really. He is the reason that we had the issues yesterday. Not really a saint. He caused us to have to play the reverse Christmas tree. He plays left back. We've got Darren Rudolph at goalkeeper position. In the midfield, we have Ashley Cole, who of course is actually Joe Cole. Poilio plays the deep line playmaker role because Xhaka isn't available for today's game. Victor Elf joins us as a kind of centre mid on support. I'm wondering if he'd be a better option as the deep line playmaker. He probably would be. We'll go with them that way around. Anyway, we then have Ronaldinho Snow, the Brazilian. He's actually doing quite well this season. 5 assists, 3 goals. Alongside him in a new role, the Shadow Striker, where we've decided to put Freezeman. We have Freezeman. He's going to be quite good, I think, as a Shadow Striker, looking at his stats. And of course, up top, we go with Harry Candy Kane. So that is our team. A little bit annoying that we don't have the new right back for today's game. But that's what I get for picking a team who played a lunchtime kickoff, isn't it? So anyway, they're predicted to play a 4-4-2. As you can see here, they're actually only 3 points behind us, and they've played a game less. So if they win this game, they will leapfrog us and have played a game less. At the moment, we do sit third, which isn't too bad. That would be a Europa League spot in this kind of Finnish league that I've created, of course. That has no real bearing on this because it's a 24-game season for a 24-game episode series. So, yeah, we're going okay, though. There's a lot of teams behind us who have played less games. So until everyone starts playing a roughly even amount of games, we won't know for certain exactly where we lie. So anyway, let's get into this. The Freezeman. This is kind of his debut in some ways. I know he played yesterday. Does it really count? Answers on a postcard. I've also just realised you can't see my face. Shall we fix that? Hello. It's probably too late now to go back and re-record this bit with my face. So I apologise. I'm here. Hello. I'm okay. How are you guys doing? Good. Excellent. Right. Let's get into the team talk for today's game. You'd feel like by day 9, I'd have kind of this series nailed down. I'd have the format working. I'd know all my overlays. Apparently, I know absolutely nothing. But what I do know is that hopefully we can actually get a win today. The Christmas tree formation, I'm kind of falling in love with it. I've got to be honest. I was a pessimist. When people were telling me after the first episode, Jack, you've got to play the Christmas tree formation. Nah, wasn't having any of that. But I hold my hands up and confess it's actually working quite well at the moment. Although we do need to defend here from kickoff. Liam Jinglebell, what a tackle that is by the man in the middle. I feel like some people are going to be really confused if they just kind of skip through this series as to who each player is. But the nicknames, I feel like they make the players a little bit more endearing to me when they, you've got Yanni Letsky, Jinglebell, Saint Nick, Victor Elf, Freezeman, Ronaldinho Snow, Harry Candy Kane. It just, some of them you can work out, others you just wouldn't have a clue. Like, who is Yanni Letsky? I mean, I still don't know him, to be fair. But no, we're doing okay here. Should we get the match stats up? I feel like that would be a good thing to do. We're on the attack. Harry Candy Kane. Can he score? He can't. Can't beat the keeper at the near post. Looking at this, 68% possession. We've had 3 shots on target, 3 off target, a half chance just then. We're the better team. We're playing well. Freezeman, number 36. On the ball there. I did have a comment a few days ago from someone who suggested that I should put numbers in front of the players to correspond to the day they were picked on as Harry Candy Kane scores. Take a bow. Lovely finish by him. Let me know, would you like me to do that so that I number the players at the start of their names? If it's something that loads of people want, I'll go back through and re-nickname all the players with the number corresponding to the day that we received them. I don't know what I'll do for Rudolph, Ronaldinho Snow and Candy Kane. Or not Candy Kane, sorry, Ashley Cole. I'll work that one out. Maybe put a 0 in front of their name. But if you guys think that's a good idea, let me know. I'll do it if there's like an overwhelming consensus that yes, that's a good addition to this. But anyway, it's a good goal here. It's a great through ball. The tackle gets hurdled by Harry Candy Kane. Lovely run. Lovely finish as well. The jump over the defender's leg. You don't see that in Football Managers of past. I've noticed in FM kind of 17, there's lots of new little nuances in the 3D match engine. Players like jumping over defenders when they do a sliding tackle. Rabonas as well. I've seen One or two of them are obviously not exactly a common occurrence in real football, the Rabona, but I'm noticing them this year occasionally. Well, we need to defend here. Jingleball does well. Unfortunately, we clear it straight to Aho. Now with Lai, or Lai, answers on a postcard, I don't know. But, well, we defend it well. Now can we hit them on the counter? Ball to Harry Candy Cane. He doesn't have loads of pace, but he is on the end of it. Can he finish? No, he can't. No, he can't. I got really excited. I'm thinking 2 goals from 2 chances there. He squanders it. We've had 4 half chances. We've taken one of them at least, I guess. But you'd have to say at the moment, we're dominating this game. Our team, obviously, it's come on quite a way since we first started. Our team is significantly improved. But the other teams in Finland, some of them are really improving their sides too. So we can't kind of take our foot off the gas as well. Well, the foot has been put firmly on the gas there by Ronaldinho Snow. He smashed it in. We dropped down to second because I think VPS and goal difference and stuff. But either way, St. Nick with the ball in. Yanni Letsky tees it up. Bang! I mean, the keeper's not stopping that, is he? He's hit that quite hard, if we're being honest, Ronaldinho Snow. It's a lovely goal by him. He's struggling for fitness, bless him. Of course, old age kind of kicking in. One of the players who perhaps, once we've got our starting 11 sorted and we kind of have a new player in every starting 11 position, he might be a man who we look to get an immediate replacement for. So we actually have someone on off the bench to bring on for him every game. Because I feel like it might become a common occurrence that we need to make that happen. Because really, at the moment, I've not been using subs that much because the drop down in quality of our players is just so vast. Harry Candy Cane, he's onside. Can he finish it? Bang that. I mean, their keeper in goals, I'm in a pretty good game at the moment. 7 half chances, that was another one. But it remains 2-0. We're doing okay. I feel like we could be doing better. St. Nick, I don't know why he's on set pieces. I should probably set the set piece takers. Because we've had so many players obviously join the team kind of over the last few games. I've just not updated it. So there's probably better kick takers out there than when we first started. So I should look into them perhaps before day 10. And, well, speaking of day 10, I am actually going to be away and busy on Saturday. So I'm going to be wearing the same clothes. So tomorrow's episode is today. Just to make it clear, I will have not stayed up all night, worn the same clothes and then recorded. I am recording 2 episodes today as you watch this. Just to get that out there, because I know there'll be some comments otherwise tomorrow. There still will be comments tomorrow, because there's people who just skip through episodes or don't watch this episode who will be confused. Although, how would they know I'm wearing the same clothes 2 days in a row? They wouldn't. What am I thinking? Well, what I'm actually thinking is we need another goal. Liam Jinglebell, Ronaldinho Snow, St. Nick, Nick Shorey, oh, Wazuk. The left back, a chance for redemption, a player who cost us a game essentially through a transfer error. There was an issue with the paperwork in his name. I got told his actual name was St. Nick, not Nick Shorey, so it wasn't my fault that day where we picked the wrong player. But he had a chance there for a bit of redemption, and he put it wide. And now they actually score. It's 2-1. It's their first shot of the game. Squeaky bum time commences now, because this game should be over. We should have done something more with the chances we've had. And, well, fair play to them. It's actually quite a nice goal. I mean, I feel like Darren Rudolph's another player I might want to replace sooner rather than later if I can. He's been a little bit underwhelming, hasn't he, the goalkeeper? Although perhaps if I actually had the right back I drafted in today, we'd be doing better. Harry Candy Cane, can he finish it? He can. What a goal that is. Okay, panic over everyone. 3-1, lovely finish. Has Griezmann had a good game today? I've not really noticed him doing a whole lot. Ronaldinho Snow is struggling. Let's take him off for Hakala. Friesman, 6.8. It's not great, is it? This is kind of his debut. Obviously, we haven't got a newer making his debut today. So we have, well, Griezmann or Friesman kind of making his debut in a proper system. He's not playing centre-back today is what I'm basically saying. But, well, he's not been great for us yet, has he? But at least we're going to get our noses over the line. It's actually going to finish 3-1 here. It's a good result because this team are going strong. As I said earlier, let me know what their nickname means. Like, what is their badge? Is it a cat? It kind of looks like a Gruffalo if you ever read the Gruffalo as a kid. That's what it resembles to me, a yellow Gruffalo. Anyway, looking at the league table, you can see here we are 2 points behind HIFK, who we played yesterday. They've only lost 1 game in their opening 7, and they've got 2 games in hand, so they could pull 8 points clear ahead of us, which is a little bit concerning. Matterham are 2 points behind us, but have, as you can see here, 3 games in hand. HJK as well. They've got a few games in hand, and they can leapfrog us as well. So there's lots of teams with opportunities to go ahead of us, which is a little bit concerning. But we have a week until our next game. We have a little bit of time to relax. Of course, we are going to have the player who we drafted today, but unfortunately couldn't play today in Anua, kind of coming into the side, who I'm quite excited to get in because he's got loads of pace and he's a great little right back and he can play centre back. So if we need to mix up the system, might be an option there too. Anyway, guys, that is going to wrap up today's episode from me. Apologies, of course, for the fact that my face wasn't in the bottom right corner for about 2 minutes. I'm sure your lives will go on regardless. Hopefully you enjoyed today's episode as always. If you did, leave a like. A little bit bummed out we didn't get to play Anua today, but he'll be ready and raring to go tomorrow. If you've got a nickname suggestion for him, of course, leave it down in the comments. And other than that, thank you so much for watching as always. I'll be back tomorrow with day 10 of this Advent Calendar Challenge. And other than that, it is me, Jack, and I will talk to you guys in a bit. I'm out.